It's just the whole thing. Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint like an exact moment because the whole thing. I think we all felt like we were on cloud nine. Just like it's more of like a communal support, and like the entirety of it all. Was special.
Yeah, the whole like music scene of Echo Park seemed like really helped out. Like Joe LA, who does all the shows, promotion in LA, and like Liz from the Echo, who owns Echo, Echoplex in the region. Like as soon as they found out, they immediately just like jumped on. Like, let's get you guys a show date. Like, let's have a benefit show. Like, we'll do the whole thing. And then even bands were like, hey, let's do a benefit show for you guys. We'll play. Like Sam from the Electric Magpie was like the first one.
He's in there right now.
Yeah, he's actually in there right now. But he was like, let's do a show. The Electric Magpie are down.
Yeah.
And then Mason from Feed the Ghost is like a really good friend of ours, and he was like, same thing. He came up, he's like, let's do a benefit show. It's like all these people are just automatically like, let's do this benefit show.
Yeah.
And it happened. It was just like, feels so blessed, you know, to have so much support. We could have very well just been like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, can't finish it right
That was a
now.
fun time being in a band. Like,
I mean, it just must punch you in the stomach. I mean, it's like, you know, what else? What else can happen? You know,
breakups with girlfriends. It was like a huge part.
Yeah, a lot of
heart trauma.
A lot of history. You're like attached to it emotionally. You know? It's like losing a kid or something.
It's like losing a family.
Yeah, a family of kids.
It's like losing your left nut.
Yeah.
At least there's
like 12 left nuts.
Where's this going?
I'm glad I don't have to experience
at
that.
least there's humor to cope with it, right?
No, but it's been really great. I mean, that night was actually like all the bands in LA that I really, really love. We all got to play together, so it was just like even just like a dream night, even if it wasn't a benefit show, just to like have that bill happen, you know.
Right.
And the Echoplex is like a great venue.
It was overwhelmingly nice. It's really the nicest thing ever. People were crazy. Like everyone played for free. People donated things. People lent us gear. I'm still borrowing gear.
Yeah, my dad performed on stage.
Yeah,
Really?
that's right.
Wow.
He's a jazz trumpet from Argentina.
Damn, that's great.
He happened to be in town, so we invited him to play.
Wow.
I don't know.
It just
a minute.
It shows how tight the music community in that area is willing to back you up. But when it comes to one band that's been hit really hard, that's going to take away your sound, then everyone rallies behind you. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, it is. That's the right word. It's impressive. It's crazy. It's so generous and so reassuring. Like it was a terrible thing that happened, but there was good that came out of it. Just like overwhelming like kindness and compassion. People were from day one. Like the first moment we posted about it, people helped out so much.
Right.
There's this guy I work with at the cafe in Echo Park. It's like a bookstore cafe called Stories, and he's like old English guy. I don't know if old is the right word or a nice word. It's an older English guy. But he's like
A mature English man.
yeah, but he does very mature English guy. But he does these like events every now and then where he'll just like go up and speak and like recite some of his poetry. He has like a very cynical way of looking at life and himself. And he even offered, he's like, yeah, if you want me to go and like do a little moment, I can like speak some of my poetry. So we had him like in between some of the bands. He like recited some poetry. It was really funny.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was like a whole event, you know, it was like all this stuff going on.
Oh, that's pretty neat. How much of the gear that you were able to recover? I mean, from
All of it.
Mostly all of it. We still looking
nothing.
for a bass.
We didn't recover anything that was taken. We replaced. I mean, everything we had got stolen except wide strums. So we had everything we're playing with tonight was been replaced.
So that's your bass.
So yeah, I'm still borrowing a bass, but I lost 2 basses that night.
Wow.
I was borrowing one, and I brought mine just in case. So
Just in case it would get stolen.
No repeats. No repeats.
So then they can take both the left nut and a right nut.
they
Yeah.
took both nuts.
So yeah, Dan right now is castrated. It's a little empty-handed.
You know, I was really heartbroken by all that because, you know, I listened to your music for a couple of years now, and that sound is so unique, creative. And taking away that sound is taking away your band. So that's really good to hear that you were able to replace all that and continue on your career.
Yeah, we're still so grateful. Like just the fact that we could come up here again, even though we're kind of scared. You know, even though we're like, maybe we shouldn't stay in San Francisco tonight. Maybe we'll like drive an hour down.
A lot of bands do that.
Yeah. But like, you know, even the fact that we can come back here within 2 months and play a show again, it's like, it's awesome.
There is the fact that you guys are playing Levitation this year that is definitely going to contribute to yet another gain, you know, like whether you want to look at it from a money point of view, which from that you could recover even more gear or get even more gear. But even then, just the experience of it all and to build on the community that's already built. I mean, I think that's fucking rad.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've never been to PsychFest, but I've always like dreamt of playing it. You know? Because that was like the festival that was coming up when I was getting into music.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, it sounds like the craziest like sequence of days I could imagine.
And not only that, what you guys experienced down in LA for that benefit show, imagine Austin PsychFest 10,000 times like that. Everybody's has your back. Everybody's like that. And they're all from all over the world. So
it's also the exposure that you guys are going to be getting out there. You're going to be selling records.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping our new record will be out by then. That's what we're planning on.
And that's the next question I was asking. Since that last album, and that's, God, it's almost 2 years, right?
It's been a long time.
And then those songs were even much older than the album. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Those are the first songs we ever wrote.
Yeah.
Never wrote. Yeah.
Wyatt and Thomas have been playing those songs for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Coming on 5 years.
Yeah, we're so used to hearing those songs on the internet and, you know, Bandcamp, and so
Yeah, I think you can still find the demo version of that album.
I think I found that.
Yeah.
I posted it. I think when I was trying to promote your benefit show.
Thanks.
So
Thanks so much.
yeah. Do you want to add anything to this new recording? Who you're working with, and
We did it all ourselves, me and him.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys decide to do it analog or digital?
It's a mixture of both.
Yeah, we did a mixture of both just to get best of both worlds, you know.
That's great.
We just recently moved to this old Victorian house in Pasadena, and Julian lives there. He lives in like a little basement, and it was like kind of perfect timing because that's when we wanted to start recording our album. We actually recorded the whole album in our house.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of like Zeppelin recorded When the Levee Breaks in that old ass house with the echo and everything captured. That's dope though, because you don't even hear San Francisco bands getting into Victorian houses like you used to, right?
It's a big house, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like they have it's like I guess it's not the living room. It's what, the dining room? It's kind of like the kitchen almost.
Yeah, it's like
But between the living room and the kitchen, there's this small room, and they just converted the entire thing into a studio.
Nice.
We feel bad because our roommates have to like pummel through like cables and like a drum set to like make food and
Yeah.
get around the house, but they were really nice and supportive and like let us work late at night when we're doing vocals and stuff.
That's cool. So you're just making music.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elevator and Bruno's help. We want to thank you all for coming out. We want to thank all our friends who came out. Noel, Emily, Tristan, big hugs, big kisses, and all the rest of you guys. This song is a new song, so I don't know, it's gonna sing. You tell us. bass switch, the bassist switch. You guys still having a good time? We love San Francisco. Anytime you can come up here, it's always a pleasure. No matter what's happened in the past, we still love you, San Francisco.
Yeah. How do you guys do? How do you formulate the songs? Who brings the ideas to the band and say, "Hey, I got something I want to try out"?
It's a conglomeration of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of them, Thomas has like ideas that he's written out, and like we'll smash them together. There's stuff like there's some verses that he has, and then like a chorus thing I have and smash, and some songs. It's just all over the place.
I'll have this like weird idea in my head. I'll like record on my phone. My phone is like filled with voice memos of just like me like singing into it.
Mm-hmm.
Dan always makes fun of me.
I don't make fun of it. I think it's great. You know, if you pull up Thomas's voice memos, you just hear like shooby doo bop bop shadooby dooby doo.
It makes total sense in my head.
It's great. I know it makes sense. It makes sense even when you listen to it, and it's perfect because you know if you like think of, if you're like writing a song or something, if you think about it and you don't record it in some way, normally it'll just go right through you.
Yeah.
And so, I know Tommy's always on that. They've been writing the songs, the two of them, together. You guys have been writing partners for so long.
Yeah, since it started.
You know.
We'll normally be like, I have this idea, and I'll show it to Wyatt, and then Wyatt will just like upgrade it. Be like, well, twist it, and be like, oh my god.
Yeah. That's the magic.
Yeah.
The new record, because I guess in a way, like from an outside perspective, because you know they wrote the first record and the second record, so like from a listener's perspective, I mean they could give you the same answer, but it's just like it's a lot. It's like dreamier and poppier, but also has the same I mean, it has the same like aesthetic with a lot of the songs too.
Right.
You know.
I think it's like more mature sounding,
Right.
as opposed to like the first record's more post-punk, heavier on the side of things, and this one's more musical in a sense.
There's more going on too.
There's a lot of harmonies. We just
Yeah,
layered the shit out
The
of it.
recordings are definitely more
Harmonies.
high fidelity in the first one. I think.
There's more synthesizers, and we did a lot of mellotron on songs. There's a little bit different of a feel, but there's still like the core, like organ, fuzz bass, like
Your signature sound.
yeah,
The elevator sound.
that what we started on.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited because it is really interesting now that we're like listening back to all the tracks to hear how it travels. You know, like it kind of has a lot of different emotions in it. So
You guys,
interesting.
when you guys write those
So-
songs, you remember when you wrote those songs, or how you recorded it, or how you pieced it together.
Yeah.
Little memories. Oh, I remember that day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very typical kind of question, I guess. But like, as far as like, I mean, from songs, there are songs to be heard too, right? Like, what records are you guys listening to lately from which you can say like has contributed to maybe a slight twist in the sound?
Like inspiration.
Exactly.
For this record, I think me and Thomas have been obsessed with The Go, Conspiracy of Owls, for a long time. That was a huge influence.
ELO.
The Chattanooga Cats
For some
soundtrack.
reason, ELO's.
Yeah,
been,
Electric
like,
Light Orchestra.
They're badass.
I don't know, a bunch of stuff. We all listen to so many different bands. That's why this band is really fun, because we all have very different music tastes. But then we also come together on a lot of similar bands. But
Nothing's ever really like shot down, you know. I mean, we listen to so much. Like it's
Oh, is that fucking band
such a
we listened to
drastic like variation of genres that everyone listens to. You know?
Listening
Like,
to that on the band today.
Today, driving up here, I was listening to like power pop that Wyatt showed me and like that he loves, you know. Or like Thomas has showed me a bunch of classic rock or like prog stuff that I would have never known.
Listening to some Toto today, actually.
yeah, there's
Oh,
Toto.
yeah. Toto.
We went from Toto to Heart
Toto's from the
to
Bay Area.
Dido.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
Emmett Rhodes.
I think so, yeah.
Emmett
Yeah,
Rhodes.
Emmett
yeah.
Rhodes is
Big
a
inspiration.
masterpiece. And then we got turned on to the San Francisco band called Once and Future Band.
Today, actually. We discovered
Today.
them today.
Yeah, they're
Became obsessed.
mind blowing too. Oh, that's what's exciting about what's going on with music. Like, there's a lot of amazing bands out right now.
This is a rich time for band.
The advantage with you guys or any of the other Lollipop, Burger, or other affiliates bands is the fact that you guys are all, for the most part, friends. So you guys, I mean, really can travel, let the sound travel, you know?
Yeah.
It'll take you places, even if it's on a local level, but it'll get you shows. Whereas, there's definitely other places where the struggle seems to be a little more evident, where where there might be a community and may not be quite as widespread or maybe quite as dynamic as you guys have it. That definitely goes to your advantage.
Yeah, there's a lot of spark happening in Southern California.
There's definitely an abundance of friends to play with and places to play.
Friends and friends of friends and so
Yeah,
forth.
and that's the first Elevator National Wyatt and Thomas booked strictly off of asking friends. You know?
Yeah, and Burger helped a lot too. Like,
Yeah,
because that's when we released that album last December, and we did it with Burger first, and they just like were like, yeah, we have all these contacts for all these cities, just say
yeah.
Burger helped you out, and that literally helped a lot.
And then
Most
those
of the
people
tour.
became our the friends that you were talking about. You know, like that. We weren't friends with them before that, and, you know, and there were times on that tour where we didn't really know what to do. I think there was one time where were we? We were in Chicago on the first national tour, and we didn't have a band or a show the next day or something. And we called Sean, and he like put it together like for the next day for us or something like that. I can't.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of a thing where there's this willingness to help people be out there for just for the love of it. You know, they've been so supportive. It's crazy.
Wow.
And it was also funny because then you'd go to those shows and you would see the people who
Yeah.
were like burger fans. 'Cause you'd see like, you know, you'd be in some weird small town and you would feel like you're out of town, you know, you're like, oh, we totally look like Californian dudes here, you know. But then you would see like the group that comes in with like jean jackets and pins, you're like, oh, those are the burger guys.
Burger
Those are the burger fans of this town.
And they would walk up and go, I know about you guys.
Yeah, they'd be like, I heard you guys, I got your cassette for Burger. It's like, so that was another cool thing, to be in so many different towns, like even small little towns, you would still like see that scene that just bleeding out everywhere.
The love is spreading, that's for sure.
Yeah.
what's your next thing? I mean, what's going to happen after this?
Record, really.
Yeah, just the record, and we're shooting for May, like first week of May, and then we're doing a tour around Psych Fest.
Okay.
So we'll be going out. We're playing Desert Days, I think, is the start, and then we're going out, making our way to Austin, and we're playing on Saturday, the Psych Fest, and then we're gonna stay out for the whole festival though. We don't want to miss.
Oh yeah.
We don't want to miss that. And then just making our way back. And then we're doing a tour actually with Julian's other band, Mystic Braves.
Okay.
And we're gonna do a little West Coast.
Oh yeah, to Vancouver Psych Fest.
Oh
Levitation,
yeah, I heard
Vancouver.
about that. But
I don't know
that's-
if we're allowed to say that yet. Is that announced? I don't know.
That's on camera.
But
Well,
It may or may not be edited.
yeah. But yeah, we're going out there with Jules' band, which is always fun because we've lived with them for a long time in LA.
Okay.
For a long time.
Long time.
hey, long time.
Did that sound like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. It was a privilege talking to you guys. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I'm glad I hooked up with you guys tonight. So,
Awesome. Yeah, likewise.
Likewise.
yeah.
Welcome to Boogie Mama.
Yeah.
This is a great place.
We've been through a lot in this van.
So
A
much.
lot has happened. This has been taken around the nation.
Different. This thing's international, dude.
It's crazy,
It's
man.
got stories.
International.
Yeah, it's been.
We did one in like the coldest winter in history.
Things went through, like,
We did one in one of the hottest summers ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or she's going out next week for 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
She's lasted a lot.
Yeah.
Has she ever broken down on you guys?
Yeah.
How many
Had-
times?
But not on tour.
Well, kind of. Our transmission. It's always been things that we could fix in the moment. Like nothing
Yeah.
that was like we were done.
Yeah, we're like on the side of the road.
Yeah.
For like,
Well, one time in Seattle, the transmission gave out. Well, we thought it gave out.
It's just fluid.
And we were going uphill and kind of rolling backwards.
Oh, fuck.
And we just gunned it up this hill, finally caught the transmission and like turned onto a flat part and just pulled into the first place we saw. And it was like a Mercedes or like a Porsche dealership. And they were like, what the fuck are you doing here? But the guy was
In
super
our
cool.
van, they're like
he
fixing,
came
like,
out with the
nice
funnel
old-
and changed our transmission fluid. And we got back on the road. And but besides that, I mean, I've learned about cars from this van. you
Yeah.
know? We learned how to take out this table and put a piece of cardboard in here instead.
Yeah, there used to be this
rock
wonky
back and
table.
forth 'cause-
You'd put a drink on, it'd spill everywhere, and everyone was always pissed, like, fuck this table, like,
Yeah, was
take it out
pretty
already.
bad. It was
Finally,
cool
one day
when
we
it
just, like-
lasted.
This is
Slept
great.
in this van in San Francisco. Many
Oh yeah, and
times.
the cops
came.
Yeah,
thought
we went to
gay
Golden
guys.
Gate Park because it's so fucking expensive to stay here, and we have friends, but it's always kind of a drag to like, you know, impose.
Yeah.
So we kind of chose to sleep in Golden Gate Park. They put T-shirts all over the place, and these cops came.
They're like, what are you doing?
They're like, oh yeah, we're on the road. They're like, go. They just let us go somewhere else, right? I don't even remember.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we had a lot
Park
of
and slept.
because this bed goes.
We've
out.
slept in this van a lot, especially on the first tour. We were very broke
Yeah.
and struggling, and we were like wrapped in all our jackets and blankets trying to keep warm. in this
It was
van.
like during like the polar vortex winter, and it was just
like a
us.
negative
It was
20
just
degrees.
us three. It was my first national tour.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it? Wyatt had been on a few, but
That was when the table was here, and
Yeah,
then we
and-
figured out someone had to sleep around the
it was
table.
horrible. It was horrible.
And then we like
One
put
person-
bags
this
here, and
person
this was
got
another
the
bed.
golden-
Yeah, normally
Yeah.
Wyatt would get the
we
bed
would
back
fight for
there.
this fucking place right here. And then someone would sleep across these chairs, and then on the floor right
On the
there,
floor.
on the table.
This was the
Dan got
worst.
the floor all the time.
Yeah. We slept in Kansas City. It was 10 degrees. No one went to the show. Nobody went to the show. We had no money and no one went to the show. So we were like, you
Really
know,
angry
we were
bartender.
thinking like, okay, well, when we get to the show, we'll ask someone to stay. And like the three people that went were
They're
just
like,
like, no.
Like, can we please, like,
So we
Yeah,
slept
straight up no.
We slept in
We
some
didn't
park
even think about it.
we
nothing.
just did not have enough money to get a hotel
Yeah.
or eat or anything.
oh yeah,
That's
oh yeah.
when
And then
we
we
went-
woke up that morning and I was like, hey guys, just remember to have a Starbucks gift card.
Yeah.
We can get some fucking croissants.
Yeah.
So we go, we're like all stoked because we like been eating
Oh yeah,
fucking
we didn't
canned
have
tuna
enough
and
on the
shit.
gift card.
Yeah,
We get to Starbucks. We order all these croissants and coffee, and we're like all stoked. And then I go to pay, and it's like, yeah, this is
Decline.
not like a gift card. We just had to walk away.
Oh,
So then
really
Thomas or Wyatt
embarrassing.
was like, well, I have a Chipotle gift card. So we went to Chipotle and shared burritos. That was a crazy tour. We pulled into a hotel one night out of gas and didn't have enough money for the hotel, and it was covered in snow outside, and the lady felt bad for us.
Yeah.
Let us stay. People are generally really nice, you know.
Yeah.
This one
I
old
think-
guy like couldn't fill up his tire or something. 'cause
Oh
his-
my god! I
Yeah.
forgot
He
about that.
was like, my back's broken. I can't fill up my tire. I'll fill up your van if you just fill up my tire.
Yeah.
With
He
air.
filled up
Like,
our
okay,
van for
our
putting
van's like
air
a
in
lot,
his
you know.
tire
fill
in
up.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
It was another cold one. It was snowing, and
It was the
Wyatt
same
called
tour.
me and he's like, "Oh, I don't know how to do it." Air in his tire.
That was the funniest time though. I still have that so ingrained in my head of like being at a gas station empty and it's snowing. Like we're all cold and we're like, "What? You go ask for gas? Fuck that, dude."
Yeah, we used to beg. We were begging
Well, what
for
You
happened
go. I
was-
asked last time.
I know this is
I'm
going
not
off
good
on
at it, dude.
a real tangent, but what happened was Wyatt was like, "I got this fucking tour figured out. We're set." And we were like, "All right." It's like going here and here and here. We're going to Montreal in December. I'm like, I don't know if we should like go up there. We're driving. We're all freaking out, and then anyways, what happened was we started completely running out of money, and
We were trying to figure out ways
Wyatt's
to make
like,
money.
dude, I had this friend. He totally drove across the country. All you have to do, it's fucking easy, no problem. All you have to do is just go to the gas station and just be like, hey, we're trying to get home. We're out of money, you know? So we're
Like,
like,
forget
Wyatt's
basically.
like, I'll do it, no problem. We'll get all the way home. We're like, all right, you know, we'll get home. So we go to the first gas station. It's like, fuck that, I'm not doing it.
I did it like a 3
Yeah, right. He
times.
walked out. He'd be like this, and the people we were in like
People
Southern
already
Illinois.
knew looking at Wyatt's face.
They,
They're
they
like,
would
"Oh."
straight up look at us and be like, you know, I can't fill up my own car. You know? I think we probably raised like $8. That was so bad.
It was bad. It was embarrassing too.
Yeah, we were collecting.
It was bad.
But you know, now it's like that. Those times are
Yeah.
like best memories ever. You
Yeah.
know, we slept in some crazy places in really cold nights.
Yeah, nights where you'd wake up and like there'd be a cup of water
Yeah,
with a
completely
cigarette frozen in it.
And we were
It's like,
sleeping.
oh my god, it's so cold here. Like, Jesus Christ. man.
my mom and
That's as
Wyatt's
bad as
mom
it
wanted
gets.
to like send us home. It was funny.
There was that time in Florida where we got offered to stay at this band's house.
Oh, man, don't mention the band because that's just me.
Yeah, but we got offered to stay at this band's house. And like we all walk in there, it's already pretty late, and it just smells, it smells terrible. It like smells like straight doo-doo. we walk in there, why
This is all on the same fucking tour too.
Same tour.
Every night was just like insane. I don't get it.
I don't even think you went in there. I
No,
think
I
you
was
automatically were
like,
like,
fuck
that.
I'm just gonna
When
sleep in
Even
the van.
outside, I was in the van. I was like, no way, dude. I'm just going to sleep in here. Like, no way.
I was like, I'm gonna scope it out. Like they said there's a lot of floor space. And I walk in there, I'm like looking for the bathroom. And I like go in one room and these guys are doing all these weird drugs. And I was like, they're like, hey, what's up? I was like, oh, I'm just looking for the bathroom. They're like, oh, it's over there. So I was like, all right. Like, it's kind of nauseous, you know?
Gross.
And I like walk into the bathroom and there's just shit smeared all over the bathroom with like granny panties. And they didn't even clean it up. Someone just got Windex and sprayed the top of it. And just left it. They just left it. They're like, I saw a can of a little bottle of Windex. And it's just like, I was like, all right, I'm sleeping in the van. And we chose to sleep in the
Yeah.
van. And they were like,
Outside
you guys
of their
want to
house.
come
Outside
back
of
in
their
here?
house. They were watching.
Yeah, we were in front of
We've
their
done that
house.
so many times, man. We've done that so many times.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
Oh,
at
man.
the end of the day, it's like, no matter. That's the funny thing about touring. The three of us have spent a lot of time on the road together. This last year we were on the road, just the three of us for 6 months of the year. And the crazy thing is, like, no matter like how mad you are, because like we also live together. We've been sleeping in a record store together, living out of cars together and stuff. Like, no matter how mad you get or how like shitty the time is, or how cold you are sleeping, or like how much poop is smeared on the wall, because it's really funny now, but when you're tired and it's like
Yeah, it's
you're
not
broke
funny.
and the show was not like
Like,
alright,
that night
like
was
it's
not
not
funny.
funny
Shit
at
on
all.
Yeah.
But I think if you can just remember that no matter what, in like a year, 6 months,
Yeah.
2 years, whatever it is, you'll look back and that'll be like the funniest thing then none of it matters at all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I would never really want to tour in anything but this band or like with these guys.
This is a classic band.
Yeah.
One of these days when you have to move on to something bigger,
I honestly,
you got to save this.
I don't foresee needing anything else. Really, like.
As long as you just keep it up. And,
Yeah, and I think we do a pretty good job because, you know, we know that she's old, and if we don't, she's gone.
Yeah.
She's lasted 2 years now.
Yeah, a lot of touring.
The guy we bought it from was, I was like, so do you think, like, would you drive this across the country? He's like, no. no. I was like, really? He's like, oh yeah, the transmission's completely fucked. I was like, oh right. He's like, all right, yeah, I'll just sell it to you guys for $1,000. We were like,
Wow.
okay. It's got us around the country like 4 times.
Yeah.
Up the west coast, through Canada, through snowstorms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nothing
many
big.
tours.
We've
We've
done, like,
taken
oil
other
changes
bands.
with some mileage on
We've
it.
taken other bands on tour, not even with the Elevator, in this van. Like it's done a lot of. Next on Wednesday, you know, for South by, not with Elevator, she'll be out for 3 weeks.
Right.
You know.
Who's the main driver?
On the last
Depends
tour,
on the
I had a
situation.
suspended license, so I didn't drive at all. But
Drove.
Thomas and Wyatt drove a lot. A lot. But it's nice to drive, you know, sometimes.
I love driving.
I kind of got used to not driving, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll stick with that.
All right, you guys. I think I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, man.
So that was pretty funny. Got me crying here.